All right, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadine, the owner of Home Light Healing, and I'm feeling energy today in terms of like a more co-creative flow, so making use of that. Many of us are in flux of that, going through different shifts and changes, so we know that when the energy is not there, that forcing it to be there doesn't usually work out to our highest and best. So allowing yourself to just flow with the energy instead of resist against the energy is really the way forward. Navigating New Earth. And speaking of which, navigating New Earth. So it's really an entirely different operating system. One that does not come from thinking, from figuring out and thinking and a lot of doing, which is really difficult for a lot of people. It's observing one of the hardest things for people to shift into in terms of a different mode of operation. So the New Earth energies, and you can't force this is an internal process that creates a different frequency that manifests in different realities for you. So let's just first be aware that there is many, many different realities out there in here, relating to however many people are on the planet. So many different dimensions, many different realities, depending on your frequency and your internal journey and how that is manifesting on the outside. So just be aware of that as you go through your experience and you come across different people who are having a different experience than you. There's this constant need of like trying to pull everybody into your own experience. And if they're not ready or if they're in a very different space, there is no point in doing that. So let's just allow people to have their different experiences and also be aware that we don't have to be part of that. And maybe in just the way that you show up in the world will be an example for others that they also don't have to be a part of that. So let's go back to the non-thinking. It's a real ego death for a lot of people. But it is truly the most beautiful experience because you're sort of stepping out of your own way. Really it's us who get in our own way, right? Our mind often gets in our way. So we are really have just stepped out of our own way and have allowed this more aligned, more authentic, more flowing, more true, source-led experience to take the driver's seat, heart-led experience to take the driver's seat. So it's kind of a great relief if you think about it, and those who are experiencing this, I think you might agree with me. Please share below. It's a great relief because all this figuring out stuff is really exhausting. It's exhausting, it's frustrating, it's tiring. It uses a lot of energy. It's spent energy that maybe could be used in different avenues. So I'm loving this new wave of being in the world. And actually, I have to say I've been that way. It's, for a lot of my life, but have not fit into the flow that was around me. So now it feels very freeing and very, it's more energizing because you just remember that you just get out of your own way and you work with the flow of energy instead of fighting with the energy. So when there's not a lot of energy in a certain area, you just don't go in that direction and you stop fighting it. And maybe you find or wait for a different timing or a different place or a different anything where there's more of a flow of energy, it's a more of a go, and you just flow with that. And it usually leads to things with more ease and grace and joy. And with less frustration. So for a lot of people who are just sort of maybe now in that process of losing their mind, which is such a beautiful thing, it can be really hard. And we want to control, and we want to be in control, and we want to fight it, which is all good and fine. You can have whatever experience you want to have, but just know that you're not going crazy, and just, you're not going crazy. And this is a new shift in operating systems that sometimes takes a while to integrate and to get used to. Comes with a new driving manual. So actually doesn't really come with a manual, but it's a whole new operating system that we have to get used to. So give yourself some leeway, some kindness, to get used to the new operating system, and maybe you can even make it fun and joyful for yourself by just seeing it as just a playful experiment, and you can keep trying different things. You can wake up each day and take on a new experiment or a new way of doing something. So it's kind of infinite, which is also a little bit overwhelming, so I try not to think about that too much. But it's really just that you are being guided by your source energy moving through you, co-creating with you, with your desire of what you'd like to experience. So yeah, don't be afraid to step back a little bit and soften into that more feminine, flowing energy that wants to be in equal co-creation with you. And give yourself some leeway, some kindness, some compassion, as well as to those around you who are in different spaces and different understandings in very different realities. But let's try not to crush each other's realities, because we're all doing the best we can for where we're at within ourselves, and some challenging circumstances, possible and potential challenging outer circumstances. That again we can align with or not align with by doing that inner work, shifting our inner world through the frequency of transmutation and addressing our programs, our belief systems, our emotions, our traumas. It's all related. Connect the dots. We are not compartmentalized beings. Don't forget that. Everything is connected. And really just don't have to think about it so much. Just let it be, let it move through you. All right, with much love and big hugs, and just reminders to breathe and exhale. Let that move, let it move. All right, have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.